funny thing is like me and my friends, like they're not watching us. No, they were only watching us. So I'm like, yo,
Wow.
we had a 10,000-page wiretap indictment, and then they were watching me. They were watching us for years.
Yeah.
And it turns out that my cousin was wearing a wire. We had another guy wearing a wire, like 19 other cooperators, and they wanted me for the big guys. So they had the little crumbs that all fucking smoked me, and then they needed me to flip to get the big guys. And that's what happened.
And in fairness, and again, listen, I try to be. I listen. Trust me, I'm going to give you some zingers, and also I try to give credit where credit's due. For an associate, you have decent access. Like you don't sit with Vinny or Ronnie like that easily. So like in fairness, strategically, they must have made sense for the feds because you had access that kind of a lot of guys didn't have, right?
Well, I was with Ronnie 24/7. If he had a holster, I would be in it. Put it that way. How about that? That's how I was with him. Vinny too. When I was in with Vinny, when Ronnie was in jail, he told me you report to my uncle. So now, like I said, I'm reporting to Ronnie to Vinny now, Asaro. And me and Vinny got along generally because he's a maniac like me, and he believes in violence and he believes in robbing, and that's why he liked me because he knew he likes real street guys. He don't like these little wannabe pay rent-a-buttons. He likes the guys that are really hands-on. His era. He like his guys, So he felt like that with me. Ronnie did too with me. So that's why I was so close with them. And that's not only the wise guys who hung out. I was with Mike all the time. I was with Padavon. All the whole crew, we all hung out. But I was mainly with Ronnie all the time and Vinny a lot,
Well, I heard this story about, and this is where I think you guys had an I don't care attitude, because I heard this story on our old show about Peter Tuccio basically thumbing his nose at your old crew, the Bonanno guys. And they were, I think, had their button at their time, 2 or 3 of them. And they knew it was Joe Cafe's, nephew.
Ah, yeah, but Joe Cafe's a peon.
And they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, Joey Cafe's a peon, though. They got in a fist fight. They don't care about these people. Listen, you guys, there's calibers to people, that wise guys. Like I said, you're supposed to respect it, but they know who's really tough and who's not. You know what I'm saying? Like his uncle, it's not, first of all, it's not his uncle. It's his, it's through marriage. And Joey Cafe couldn't stand his nephew. P2 was supposed to originally be with me. And that's what they were trying to do. Yeah, because the father didn't want him hanging out with Mike Palacio because he thought Mike Palacio was a clown. So the father came to me around in his house and said, listen, if he's going to be hanging out, let him hang out with you. I don't want him with this jerk off. That's what the thing was. So P2 was doing things for me at first and running around with us. But I actually liked the kid. I actually liked him. I did. I liked him.
Are you surprised now, as of now, and I know tomorrow you have a big appointment, which we get to, we won't, we'll leave that alone for now. Were you surprised he stood up for 10 years for not a petty crime?
I was always skeptical with him. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure. I think 10 years for an Austin, I'll say this, is ridiculous. I think that's the most ridiculous. The kid, like, I had a laundry. When I confessed to crimes, I had like 30 Austins, like a list of it. It was like my lawyer used to, my prosecutor used to go, I have your list of crimes, and it would just be categories. And then, and Austin is serious, but I had like dozens and dozens of them, like for the Mafia. You're not supposed to get 10 years. He did that to himself with the pictures he was taking and putting it up on Instagram, and he made them believe something else. Like, this kid's connected to this guy. We got to put pressure on him, and he did it to himself. He got himself 10 years, put it that way.
Well, not just that, like in this day and age, God knows if there's even a mob left in 10 years. Is it worth the button? Because I guess.
Hell no. Now it's over. That shit is completely washed up, bro. It is so bad now. It's like it is comical, like almost. The Mafia's on YouTube.
Well, again, we neither of us will say names, but I'm shocked. When I talk to you, we don't talk a lot, but once in a while we'll talk, or I'll talk to Johnny Alite, or I'll talk to some other guys.